Hello, Pamela Spence, medical herbalist here. These are my clinic notes for the week. These almost didn't happen this week because I got so swept up in trying to spend as much time as I could after clinic today in the sunshine, which I can't quite believe we're still having sunshine. I know it's not going to be the same for everybody that's watching this, and my thoughts with you if you are on the receiving end of some rather worse weather than that. But it's kind of, and so doing clinic notes went right out of my head. And that's kind of a theme of the week, really, has been people talking about the season, really feeling that change, really feeling that when the sun is shining, they need to be out in it. And we've talked a lot through this whole series this summer about how being in nature is helpful to us in terms of our immunity, in terms of our mental health, and how, I really do believe that tuning into nature, and I keep looking up here because I'm looking out at this beautiful blue sky and this autumn sunshine out the window, that being in nature really is, or tuning into nature really is the quickest, easiest, simplest way to access calm if we're feeling stressed, to support our bodies if they need it, to boost our immunity. I mean, in all places, I believe this to be true. And it really is a fundamental core principle of my work. And I was reflecting on this yesterday and realized that much of what I'm doing, whether I'm with my patients in clinic and we are dealing with a medical situation and I am prescribing medicine, or I am teaching, or I'm speaking to the online community for busy women who do too much that launched a couple of weeks ago. What I'm really saying is, in all the overwhelm, in all the choices that we have, in all the things we could waste our money on trying to feel better, I really firmly believe, and it has been true for me in my life, that the quickest way to reset and access better feelings, better health, and also better choices for the planet is always starts with nature. And it doesn't matter where you live, it doesn't matter how much money you have, you can find nature everywhere. When I was in my last year of my herbal degree, when I'd given up my career in film and television, and I'd lived in this amazing place with a group of people with access to land, and I started to learn about plants and learn what came up in what seasons. I then went and did a flat sitting stint for a friend of mine who had a flat in Glasgow, and this flat was in the worst area of Glasgow. It was in an area which has the highest, still I think has the highest, or sorry, the lowest male life expectancy in the whole of Europe, and it was not a nice place. And even there, I could access nature. Even there, I could look out and see the sky. Even there, I could go for a 2-minute walk to the shop and I would see plants in the hedgerows. And in fact, when I did write my dissertation, I ended up choosing one of the plants there that had, in this really not nice area of the city, kind of kept me company through the darkest months of winter. And so today I'm more reflecting on the fact that I've been talking with patients all week about, there's deep joy in autumn. There is, that maxim that the trees are showing us now how to let go gracefully, letting go of things that don't serve you anymore, the beautiful colours that are around us. The fact that the plants right now are putting all their energy into their berries, and there's berries everywhere. In our online community, we have been all out picking berries, talking berries, rose hips. We haven't quite got to hawthorn yet, but brambles and rose hips and sloes, and what we can do with them and how we can preserve them. And if you follow me on Facebook or on Instagram, you'll see that my pictures recently have been about berries, making elderberry syrup, stocking up for the winter, making sure we've got those vitamin C rich fruits preserved, and the next phase for plants will be going into roots and root medicine, but that's still to come because we still have the green tops are still alive, and while the plants are now starting to recede down, their energy, the sap is going down into the roots, and once it's got there, that's when we'll harvest the roots. But yes, it's a time when I notice even companies that are not linked to nature or health in any way start to reflect what's going on in nature, because it's such an amazing show. So you'll see shop windows dressed up with, different coloured leaves, and it's all around us. And so what I wanted to say really was to reflect back that today that I was so pulled to be in that I forgot to do my clinic. It was straight after clinic, but also that sense of needing to turn in is very strong right now. So we are going from the active outward summertime to the turning into the harvest and autumn, looking to the dark months, which I call cave time, when we really do a lot of introspection and we literally don't get a lot of sunlight. So wherever you are, I hope that you will try to look to nature, even if it is from a top floor flat looking out of a window. Just watch what nature's up to. Take a moment to breathe. If you can get out in daylight, get out in daylight. It so helps set and keep set your circadian rhythms, which are the rhythms that run your sort of sleep-wake cycle, but also that light entering your eye and creating an impression there, but also driving the chemistry of your internal time clocks is what helps to keep you healthy and all of your systems working in tandem together. And I've been thinking a lot about circadian rhythms because tonight in the women's community we are talking about circadian rhythms. And so I was really reminded of how important it is to get out and get light, especially as the light begins to fade and the heat is not so strong. Grab your chances. It will help you to maintain a good rhythm in all your organs. It will help you to get a little bit of vitamin D, but really at this point we're needing to supplement. That's important. We know now that low vitamin D levels can be a risk factor in complex COVID. And embrace the change as best you can. I hope that you are managing to have a good week wherever you are. I know that restrictions have come back in for a lot of us. And so really in terms of looking after your mental health, that's also really important. Get outside as much as you can. That's certainly what I'm telling all my patients to do, and I would share that as widely as possible. Take care.